Good day, namaste, peace be unto you. Welcome to day 60 of 78 Days of Tarot. And in this series, I'm reading through the Ancient Italian Tarot deck by Lo Scarabeo, one card at a time. And today's card is Queen of Swords. In order to create a life of wisdom, a life of peace, it's very important that you learn to protect your heart from those things which are not in your best interest. In order for you to live as your higher self, according to your higher nature, you're going to have to be in constant contact with the still small voice of wisdom and guidance within, so that you will not be distracted and carried away by the emotions of the passing moment. Whenever you make wise decisions that are in your best interest, that are in accordance with your higher nature, you're living in a state of presence and awareness, in a practice of constant discernment, choosing to create a life of peace and contentment. And in this, you will find peace. Whenever you make rash emotional decisions and choices in haste, without thought for the consequences, to fulfill a momentary desire of your lower finite nature, you're choosing suffering and discontent, as all unconsciousness leads to suffering and discontent. Until you wake up and take responsibility for yourself, you'll find yourself in constant turmoil. You've made enough unconscious, emotional decisions trying to fulfill momentary egoic desires, and this has only created pain and suffering for yourself and those around you. It's now the time for consciousness. You must learn to rise above your temporary emotions and start making choices that are in alignment with your best interests and in accordance with your higher nature. Unconsciousness leads to turmoil and discontent. Consciousness is wisdom and leads to life and peace. I will close this reading with an affirmation. I set my intention to create a life of wisdom and peace, and I take on the responsibility of living in a constant state of presence and awareness. I choose to rise above the temporary emotions of my lower nature and instead act in accordance with my higher nature, making conscious decisions that are in alignment with my best interests. Tune in next week for day 61 of 78 Days of Tarot. And as always, I encourage you to take the journey of self-discovery, healing, and spiritual development. Thank you for watching.